Welcome back, viewers. In a shocking and tragic incident in Pune, a lady who was 7 months pregnant, she has lost her life after allegedly being denied admission at a hospital due to financial constraints. That's the big allegation coming from the side of her relatives. Her husband, who works as a private secretary to a Maharashtra Legislative Council member, alleged that the hospital demanded a significant upfront payment of 10 lakh for the treatment. He went on to claim that despite offering 2.5 lakhs immediately, the hospital reportedly refused to initiate care, leading to a critical delay. Now, Tanisha, the pregnant lady who was reportedly carrying twins and required immediate medical attention after being reportedly denied treatment, the family was forced to move her to another hospital where she delivered her babies, but unfortunately succumbed to complications post her delivery. Now, what we do know at the moment that the family is accusing the hospital of prioritizing financial consideration over an innocent life. The family has also stated that timely admission and timely help could have saved her life. Listen in really to Tanisha's sister-in-law. She's detailing how the tragedy unfolded.
उस दिन हम सुबह 8 बजे गए थे, 7:30-8 बजे डॉक्टर घैसास को कॉल कर गए थे कि पेशेंट को पेट दुख रहा है। डॉक्टर घैसास आए, उनको हम मिलने के लिए गए। मिलकर उन्होंने चेक किया, वो बोले कि अभी पेशेंट की कंडीशन क्रिटिकल है, तो आपको 20 लाख रुपए अभी भरना ही पड़ेगा आपको। और वो सब पेशेंट के सामने ही बोला। पेशेंट का बीपी और बढ़ा। हमने 1 घंटे में 3 लाख रुपए की व्यवस्था की थी। हम नीचे बिलिंग डिपार्टमेंट में गए, हमने बोला कि ये पैसे ले लो और एटलीस्ट हमारे पेशेंट का एडमिट करो, उनका ब्लीडिंग हो रहा है, उनका पेट दुख रहा है। उन्होंने 3 लाख रुपए नहीं लिए। 4 बेड का असिस्टेंट रूम था, उधर शिफ्ट किया। वो क्या बोले कि इमरजेंसी पेशेंट आएगा तो इधर एक बेड रहना चाहिए। उनको हमारे पेशेंट की इमरजेंसी नहीं दिखी क्या उस टाइम पर। 2-3 घंटे मेरी भाभी उधर रही, पर किसी ने आकर नहीं देखा, कुछ भी नहीं किया।
In fact, a large-scale protest also erupted, viewers, outside this particular hospital following the death. During the stirred, protesters blackened the hospital's board. They also threw ink on the hospital's security cabin. They're demanding a thorough investigation into the incident.
A lady who was pregnant carrying her twin baby to the hospital. However, the doctors in the hospital allegedly denied her the admission, which is why she ultimately lost her life. Now, various political parties are protesting against the said incident, and at the moment we are just present outside that Dinanath hospital, which is currently facing the heat, and you can see how people and across party lines are protesting, assembling at the hospital premises. You can see people are also seen tying black ribbons to their hand and to their head, staging a protest against the administration of the hospital. At the moment you can see leaders from the NCP Sharad Pawar faction staging the protest, demanding action against the hospital authorities. Dada,
ये जो हॉस्पिटल है, ये हॉस्पिटल नहीं है, ये रुग्णालय नहीं है, ये दुकान है, दुकान ये दुकान है, ये कमर्शियल है। खाली पैसा कमाने के लिए ये चैरिटेबल ट्रस्ट धर्मादाय आयुक्त ये नाम लिखने के लिए भी इनको लाज वाटती है, लाज कमजोरी है इसकी।
गोर गरीबों को ये हॉस्पिटल पे न्याय नहीं मिलता, तब तक हमारा राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी की तरफ से विरोध रहेगा। और इस हॉस्पिटल है जो हर बार गोर गरीब के लिए कुछ मदद नहीं करता।
You can see one of the individuals is holding coins into his hand, stating that how the hospital is all greedy in nature, and which is why a life has been lost, a lady has lost her life, and they are carrying coins with them to distribute to the hospital authorities.
The district collector has announced the formation of a probe committee which will be led by the civil surgeon. Now, the 3-member panel is tasked with submitting its report within the next 2 days.
So I had received some information yesterday that some misconduct might have happened in the hospital. So I have established a 3-member committee under the chairmanship of civil surgeon. He will submit the report in the coming 2 days. He will take his statements from the concerned patients and the patients' guardians and family members. Along with that, they will also be taking statements from the hospital authorities, and accordingly we will decide what mishap had happened and who was responsible for that, and on the basis of that we will decide what decision is to be taken and what further action is to be taken.
Okay, and we have a breaking news coming in. The hospital in question, we are getting to know, has now responded. They've denied all these allegations. They've stated that the information circulating is incomplete, and they are saying that it's damaging to their reputation. A 4-member panel at the hospital has submitted a report regarding the death. In the report, the hospital administration has vehemently denied these allegations. They've stated that the complaint appears to be misleading. The hospital states that Tanisha was seeking treatment there from 2023, and the doctors had advised her to adopt and had deemed a twin pregnancy as a high-risk pregnancy. They had also said that she was advised that a safe conception would be difficult. In fact, they claim that the patient did not come in for regular checkups, and it also informed the family about the need for admission to a neonatal ICU, that's a neonatal intensive care unit, and advised them to proceed based on the funds available. So Nilesh is joining us live on the broadcast. Nilesh, it's a completely different version coming in from the side of the hospital. It's version versus version at the moment. Could you take us through both the versions? What the lady's kin here is claiming, and also the hospital's counter to these allegations?
Well, yes, this is an absolute tragic incident being reported from one of the most progressive state, that is Maharashtra, and one of the high-profile city, that is Pune, that a lady is losing her life because the hospital is giving preference to the money, to the finances, rather than the life. Now, the family version says that how the lady, when reached to the hospital, when she approached, the hospital authorities expressing insensitivity denied her admission and had asked her to pay a sum of 10 lakh rupees. The doctors in the premises goes on stating that if you are unable to pay, then why are you reaching to us? You should be visiting the government hospital, that is a Sassoon hospital. You are wasting our time. So that is the level of sensitivity that is being alleged by the family members. Meanwhile, the hospital on its part have been giving out clarification that they had earlier also given out information to the family that the lady is not in condition to have babies, and she should rather adopt children rather than conceiving a child. However, going against the medical authorities, the lady conceives babies through IVF, which was somewhat to put the life of the lady into danger. However, the hospital authorities goes on into their defense, saying that they had asked the lady to appear and to go through the medical inspection on regular basis, but the family members were reluctant to be visiting the hospital, which is why the case became much more complex, and in order to deal with the case, they needed that much of amount.
And just to interrupt you, we've also accessed obviously the admission form, and the admission form is obviously the big breaking news also, which we are highlighting. The hospital reportedly seems to have confirmed, according to certain receipts, that they had sought as much as 10 lakh rupees as an advance payment. Can you bring us up to speed with what these documents, these papers reveal?
Well, we have access to these documents, the admission process that is being said by the hospital department. It clearly mentions that during admission they have to pay an amount, a deposit of 10 lakh rupees, which is a very huge amount. The family claims that it was a medical emergency. The process could have been delayed. They would be paying the amount. They were able to collect a sum of 3 lakh rupees within 1 hour, and they were willing to pay the respected amount as well, but the hospital did not allow them enough time, and which is why they had to visit another hospital. Okay. And the duration, the delay that was seen into shifting the woman to the another hospital ultimately resulted into
absolutely, and it's a precious life loss. Some very sensational details which you are bringing us. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. As of now, viewers, we're stepping into a short commercial break.